Hello everyone, welcome back to Miss Recap, and today I'm going to explain one Chinese animation comedy movie called I Am What I Am, released in 2021. Spoilers ahead, stay safe and enjoy. The story begins with one village boy is driving his old bike around the village. His name is Jan. He is trying to drive his bike rushingly across the market in order to see the lion dance show. They're so crowded that he cannot see the show clearly. Therefore, he tries to crawl down under the other people's legs so he can go to the front to see the lions dancing clearly. He is so excited and holding one half of melons dancing follow the melody of the drum. But enjoy watching these two lions dancing on the tall pole. He seems like a big fan for this dancing show. Then one black lion dance leader named Chad suddenly hit his head by using one wooden drumstick and breaks the melon on his head. Moreover, they also bully Jan by asking him to give the money to them as it's Chinese New Year. Since in traditional of China, giving or exchanging red envelope, or we can call red card of money, is a traditional that Chinese people always do during Chinese New Year. But the elder people should be the one who give it to the younger one. But in opposite, Chad as an elder person but tried to demand red pocket money from Jan that is younger than him and forcing him to give them the money that his grandpa has just given to him. Even though he tried to hold it, but they suddenly get that red pocket from him. Immediately there's one red lion runs so fast and grab that red pocket from gangster team and kick it to the tops of the bamboo pole, which is really high. Then she scream out loud to the black lion team that for those who want to get that red envelope with money can compete with her. After hearing that, the black lion team leader gets his black head lion and dance forward to compete with the red one. Seems like both of them are so mastering in lion dancing. They are dancing and fighting with each other while they are trying to climb up to the top to get the red pocket, and firecrackers are exploding at the same time. Then the black lion kicks the red lion one to drop down. But while the red one is falling down, she kicks the bamboo stick and bolstering her speed to go up more. But the black lion is closely reached to the top and almost get the red pocket. Immediately, the red lion kicks his hand and the red envelope is dropping down. Next, the red lion rolls her body as a professional one, and while she is rolling up, Jan looks into one beautiful girl that is in the red lion chute that he doesn't expect that is a pretty lady there. And after she gives the red pocket to Jan already, the black lion team is so angry that she wins and wants to have a fight with her. In this situation, Jan grabs his bike and calls her to ride on his bike, and he drives the bike so fast around the market until they can escape from those black teams successfully. When both of them arrive at the top of the mountain, they sit down and have a conversation. Miss Jan uncovers her red lion head, and Jan is so agitated and shy to see such a pretty girl. And when she asks the name of him, he replied that his name is Jan. She's so shocked to hear his name as a girl name because he also is named Jan. So it means both of them got the same name. And after that, Jane gave the red lion's head to Jan as a gift that he tried to help her out of those gangsters. And Jan is so excited and can't wait to try on this lion head. After having a conversation for a while, she has kept one poster by sticking it on the lion's head before leaving here. That poster is all about the lion's dance champion in Guangzhou. And Jan is also the members of the popular lion dancing team that he found in the poster. After getting the poster, both of them go back home individually. Jan goes to have dinner with his grandpa without the presence of his parents because of his parents are working at the city in order to earn more income to support the whole family. And today is the special eve in China, so he called to his parents and asking about how each other life is going on now. After finish a very sad conversation with his parents, he went to worship in the forest in front of Buddha and wished to travel to meet his parents at the city one day. In addition, he also curious to enter the lion dancing competition in Guangzhou, follow his dream. So he tried to dance as a real lion dancing and suddenly stumbled the wood. And the next morning, Jan goes to meet his friends named Mao. Is eating banana on the tree like a monkey because he's want to team up with his friend to make a lion dancing team to compete in the city. Jan reminded about Miss Jan that has given the lion's head to him to his friends Mao. After seeing the picture of Miss Jan in the poster, Mao suddenly got nose bleeding. At the very beginning, Mao refused not to go with Jan, but after seeing a beautiful girl from that city, he changed his mind to team up with Jan because he thinks that if he goes to Guangzhou City to compete the lion dance there, he might get a chance to meet such pretty girls there. Then both of them go to meet another chubby friend who is chopping pork in front of his home, whose name Kao, because Kao's family occupation is the pork seller. So he always help his father to chop the meat every day, and his arms also very strong. Because Jan sees the potential of his friends with two strong arms, which suitable for hitting the drum, he invites Kao to join in his lion dance team. And he also agrees because he believes that he will be able to eat a lot of foods in Guangzhou since there are many kinds of delicious foods there. After team up successfully, they ride their bike and announce loudly along the way to let other villagers to realize that they are going to go to compete in the lion's den in the Guangzhou city in the future because they were making so many noise. The people in the market threw the stone to them and making them falling down from the bike. And the black lion team start to make a fight with them because they saw the red lion head and asked them where did they get this lion head, but no one answered. And he starts to recognize that it is the red lion head that made them lose last time, which provoking him when he see it. The trample on the red lion eye till crushing one side of its eye. Moreover, he also bullied Jan that his parent is so poor and cannot come to hometown. Jan is so painful and angry that he wants to punch the ones that look down to his family, but he cannot punch that guy rightly, but instead that guy punched him away strongly, and three of them have been fought by those gangster team. When they saw the lion's head is already broken, they want to give up about joining the competition. When separate from each other, they suddenly hear the rhythms of the lion dance song. All of them rush to watch the one famous lion dancing school is practicing dancing. After seeing others can dance very well, they start to feel disappointed about themselves that cannot do it better like them because they have big drum, beautiful lion shoot with professional trainer, and three of them have nothing at all. They call themselves as a loser and useless. So they are all screaming loudly to release stress, and all the villagers talk shit to them because of them making such a noise. In the morning, three of them go to sit in front of that lion dancing school in order to be a student there. They are waiting there for a long time, from hot to rainy, winter, windy, across different seasons, and don't see the trainer to accept them yet. Later on, there's one person is opening the door and they start to feel happy. But after seeing that person is an old man, they start to feel disappointed again, since old men cannot teach them to be a good lion dancer. However, this old man gives them the map to find the professional lion dancing to be their mentor. After they got the map already, they are trying to walk across many places, such as climb the mountain, across the river, waterfall, in many difficult pathways already, and also broke their legs and arms. Because they cannot find that mentor following the map, they go back to meet that old man again to ask for another map. The grandpa gave them the new one and they start to follow that map again. They walk across many places again and walking across the river till one member drowned and unconscious because that grandpa always give the wrong road map to them. They brought him to go with them and guide way to go to the right direction to meet the mentor. The old man guides them to go to one house that selling fish. He said it is the best lion dancing place. After he told them already, he runs away. After seeing that house is full of flies and salty fishes, they start to feel unbelievable that how can this place becomes the best lion dance school. A little later, this one man walks from that house. His name is Shifu. After seeing that man in this house, they still cannot believe that how the teacher of lion dancing can live in that house and look like him. And Shifu turned on his radio and play the music of lion dance and get the fish basket to dance as it is his lion's head. And they start to look at his dancing styles cause he dances such an amazing one. The fishes also split away from his basket. Then his wife comes out from the house and slap him with the fish till he falls down because he's so angry that her husband doesn't go to work. Instead split the salty fishes on the ground. So 3 of them follow him. They try to help him and do everything to impress him. After that, they give him the lion dance competition poster to read. When he saw it, he lost his mind in the imagination. While he is daydreaming, the customer threw the money to him that they buy his fish. He awakes and collects the cash and coin on the ground and asks them to stop follow him because he denied that he is not a good lion dancer as they think. But the 3 kids don't give up on him. They are waiting him in front of his house in the early morning. They always follow him everywhere he goes. Next, he brings them to the lion dancing place and asks them to dance so he can see their ability. He gives Jan the helmet to dance and Ko is shaking his buttocks, dancing behind Jan. And the chubby one is slapping his belly to make sound as a drum sound. When everyone see them messy dancing, they start to laugh. Then he drives back to his home and asks them to carry each big fish at the back and running follow his motto. While driving along the way, he told them that all of you are useless and cannot even dance. Jan replies to him that at least they have the strong commitment to learn to dance. As long as they don't give up, they really can achieve it. After he heard what he said, he's also pity of them and threw one more big fish to them to hold it. Then he told them that it is just a basic training and they have to do it to strengthen their power. So in order to train them better, they have to start to have strong physical body first before moving to the next level. So they continue to carry and hold the fishes and running follow his motto along the way. When he arrived home, he doesn't teach them directly because he is afraid that his wife is going to know that he's back to lion dancing. He tries to show them many different dancing styles with his salty fish basket behind the back of his wife, and the broken lion head is fixing by one old man in the village, and they continues practicing the dancing skill every day. As long as he sees them as hard-working students, he starts to feel sympathy to them and give the water for them to drink. The teacher trains them to take a deep breath in the water, and the chubby one always has a short breath. Then teach them how to walk straightly, dancing, and many techniques to train them every day. As his wife sees how hard the training process is, that both her husband and 3 of the students have tried, she feels soft-hearted and gives back his lion dancing shoe to her husband. He is so surprised to see his wife changes her mind, and he hugs her, to thankful to his wife that understand him. Then he sits down and cries alone because he feels overwhelmed of love, and she starts to tell the student that her husband used to be the very outstanding lion dancer in this village. He always dances in almost occasion to let everyone see and feel happy all the time. But this lion dancing cannot provide any incomes for supporting the family livelihood. She decided to break the lion's head of her husband and ask him to stop dancing and help her to sell salty fish instead because it can help support the family. After that, she is so kind and loving them more. She gives money to her husband so he can buy some materials for the students to dance like lion dancing shoe and drum. Then both teacher and students drive one old motorbike to buy materials for dancing. One motorcycle screw spit out from that motor because it is very old and nearly broken. When they arrive, the motor already broke into many pieces. But they already arrived at the lion dancing material store. They're so excited to see many beautiful lion head and have bought other materials like one lion dancing shoot and a set of drum. Then their teacher bring them to compete with other team to test the ability of his student. Actually, he thinks it is just a friendly competition between his student with another team. But during the competition, the other team members are so rude and trying to kick them and make them pain. Even though the chubby one who is playing the drum also has been hit by other team too. They are so rude and being so aggressive with him. After that, the teacher wants to train them more as he realized that their ability is not weak but the physical body is still not strong enough and the facial expressions also so gentle. Therefore, they have to practice and do more exercises so the muscle will be stronger. After that, the teacher trained them to walk and jump on the pillars of lion dancing. They are trying to jump on them as well as the ropes and falling down many times and got injuries. However, they still continue to practice it both day and night until they can win their own teacher and able to jump on those high poles as a master in it. Jane cut his hair in order to be convenient to see the poles during dancing. Later on, the official first day competition comes, and it is also the very first time that Jane's team being on such a big competition as well. But their teacher doesn't come to the event to see them because he knows that his wife has been working so hard alone to sell all the fishes and he feels pity of her. That's why he helps his wife to sell the fish instead of watching the students on the first day of competition. But his wife doesn't want him to help her anymore. She wants to see her husband fulfill his dream instead, because she knows that she has made her husband lost his dream as being the best lion dancer. And she said she wants him to motivate his students to win the competition before coming back home. Then he runs to the competition place and the students are panicked to the point of trembling their legs because it is their very first time on stage and this time needs to compete with many other outstanding teams. But they still have to overcome their fears and go through this without their teachers here. After finish the competition, they are waiting for their teacher by being so upset expression. And when he arrived there, the competition was already finished for a while ago. And seeing the sadness faces on his students, he guesses his student might lose their first round. Instead of blaming the students, he said sorry for them. In contrast, they jump off to hug him and tell the teacher that they won for this first round already. And they might be able to compete in another round at Guangzhou City for sure. The teacher is so content to know that they won for the first round and invited them to have a delicious dinner at his home together for celebration. During having foods, there's one man comes to tell Jane that their parents have come back home and his grandpa called him to go back home to meet them now. So he's running happily and hope to see his parents. But when he's arrived home, he saw his dad is sleeping on the bed unconsciously. His mom tell him that his dad got an accidentally falls down from the construction during the time he was working. And the doctor there also don't know how to treat him and he is unconscious till now. Without any choices, bringing him back to home and waiting him to be waking up by fate. If this not happens, she also doesn't know what to do next. After knowing the dangerous situation that his father is facing now, Jane is so upset and running into the forest and praying in front of one big Buddha statue for helping his dad to be conscious because his family really need the money to heal his father and also support the whole family. After his father got accident, he decided to give up on his lion dancing and left the hometown to work in Guangzhou town so he can earn money for his family. Then he says goodbye to his grandpa, family, and his beloved teacher and his friends to go to the work in town, and his teacher gave him the red lion's head. And he goes on the bus and cries with regret. And his teacher and his friends try to dance and play the drum for him along the way, so he can see it the last time as a memory before leaving here. They play it until the bus of him goes too far away. When he arrived Guangzhou, he does many works like his father did before. He does many hard works that require a lot of energy to do it even though he is just a young boy. But he really has to do it all to earn more income for the family. And at night, he does the other part-time jobs to earn extra income for more. Since working full-time at a construction place doesn't give him enough money to cure his father. On the other hand, he sleeps with bad people. They don't allow him to sleep on the bed. Instead, he sleeps on the floor under the bed of others in a very tiny room in town. It's such a difficult life for him in town. And his friends are always looking forward for Jan to come back to hometown, then practicing lion dancing all together again. James calls to his mom to ask about the money that he has transferred to her, whether she got it or not. And his mom said she has received all the money that he gave, including his friends' money as well. Even though she tried to deny those money from his two friends, but they still tried to keep it in her pocket. Seems like his friends are caring of his family situation as well. While calling, his mom also asked him to go back home if he is so exhausted and overworking there. However, Jan still be patient and continues to do many works because he really wants to help his family livelihood. His teacher and his friends are now in Guangzhou to compete in another round. Even though he is old and lacking of energy, but he still motivates to compete here since there is one place to replace Jan's. And Jan coincidentally met Miss Jan while he is working. Miss Jan realized that Jan is so tired and wants to drive him back to his accommodation place. Before she is going to leave here, she motivates him to pursue his dream and never give up on it. Later on, his teacher and his friends need to wrap up all their clothes and foods to go to the city for upcoming competition that is going to happen very soon. The life of the poor people at the rural areas is not easy at all whenever they leave their hometown to another. One day, Jan delivers food to one lion dancing and practicing place and meet other rude lion dancers there. They also don't want to give the money. They drop the money on the floor, let him pick up it by himself. Before he leaves there, they also abuse him verbally that he's such a loser. He's so angry and reply back to him that he's not a loser as they said. Then he drives back furiously. His teacher also tells to his two students that even though he realized that he cannot win them all, but this time he's still willing to go because he knows that this competition is a national champion competition and there will be a live broadcasting all over the TV channels in the country for this event, and his face will be seen by Jan for sure. So hopefully that after seeing this will reminding Jan of his team hard work and pursue his dream once again. At that night, Jan cannot fall asleep whenever he sees the red lion's head, and he decided to grab that red lion head and dance on the rooftop alone for the whole night. And every move that he dances, he uses his emotion and flashing back to the memories while he was practicing it with his teacher and his friends. His skill of dancing is upgrading now. When the sun rises, he decided not to go to join the competition this morning. Instead, he also has to move from this town to another town for working. Then he packed his things and walking toward the train station. But while they are walking, they also walk across the competition venue. His friends see this huge event. He grabs his hand to go inside so they can watch it all together. There are hundreds of lion dancers coming from different places to join in this competition. It is such a very happy and crowded event with a huge amounts of people, colorful lion suits that coming from many famous, and they are all outstanding groups from everywhere across the country, and the drums are playing the rhythm loudly. And every team try to showcase many interesting styles as much as they can to catch the attention of the audience. And the teacher asked the chubby one to stand still, and he stand on his shoulder and become the tallest lion here, while suddenly grabbed the attention of the MC there. and live his action on the television. And the video has seen by his wife and call everyone to watch her husband in the TV with warm support. After that, the MC announces the first round competition rule that they have to stand by divided in 4 to 5 rows in order to grab the ball that hanging on the tallest pole. And the one that can grab it first will be selected to the next round. Therefore, all the lions line up follow the sections. When it starts, the lions are rushing toward that ball, even push and pull, and some have fallen down into the water because they are so challenging each other to catch that ball. And Jan's teacher at the least one in a row, since his physical body and energy is weaker now, and he starts to think of his last method to give it a try to win this. He takes off his shoes and get his smelly, stinky feet from wearing shoes for many years. Never remove it before, and smell all over the place. Everyone starts to faint down, and some jump into the water because they cannot stand for disgusting feet smell of him, and he uses his feet smell to go through the target destination. But after a while, the smell of his feet starts to fade away, including other spray perfume on his feet. His feet cannot scare anyone anymore. Then everyone stand up and pushing him backward to the same least place again. When his teacher is about to give up on this, Jan cannot stand still and see his team lose like this. He decided to go back to get the red lion and running to meet his teacher just a blink of an eye. And it changed the position with him and jump on the other lion's team until they reach to the ball and grab it before any other. This means they win for this round and able to join to the semi-final round. After that, Miss Jan is waving her hands to him for celebration. Jan is so happy to see her there, but after seeing her boyfriend is sitting next to her, he starts to feel unhappy because he gets boyfriends already. Then Mr. Chad gives him motivations and said he did his best job already, and Jane starts to have motivation again. Then talking with his teammates and teacher waiting for the next round. Then the semi-final comes. They have to compete in pair of the floating stage that's full of oranges. Therefore, if anyone walk on it, they might split and fall into the water for sure. If they don't be careful enough, and Jane and his teammate fighting with other team back and forth so hard. Luckily, he finally kicks the opponent team out of from the stage. So they win for this round one more, and everyone is screaming as celebration for them. It's mean they are going to the third round from the team that no one know before, and now the popularity of the team is increasing more and more. Mr. Chat comes to remind him to be careful with the blue shirt team because that team is so rude while challenging other. A bit later, the third round comes. There are only 2 teams that compete with other this time, and both of them have to challenge each other to get the flowers on the highest pole. Along the way to get there, they fight each other and fall apart from each other. Luckily, their legs are stick to the wood bar and jumping up to grab the flower. Finally, each team can get the flower in half, and there is no one win or lose since they have equal ability this time. Therefore, in order to find the winner, they have to compete in another 4th round that requires them to dance on the higher pillars with their unique and beautiful dancing styles. And the higher pole and the beautiful of the dancing is better than one another will be the winner. Then the Blue Lion team starts to dance first and show off their awesome dancing style by jumping on the pillars with spraying up of water. They dance many wonderful and beautiful dancing style until they reach to the ends of the dancing point. Everyone applauds for them. And this turn, it's time for Jan's team to dance. But unfortunately, he's hurting his leg and his teacher asks him to stop and it changed to him to dance instead. However, as a passionate lion dancer, he conquered his pain and pursued to dance for the final round. And he jumps off on the pillars until the water spray up like that previous team. And he able to walk across the rope successfully while getting pain in his leg. While they are jumping toward, suddenly one side of Lion's eye that has been broken by the bully team falls down. However, they still continue to dance while he also recalls back the memories between his friends and his teacher with strong emotion about this lion dance and make everyone is so so excited to see their dancing full of energy from the inner side. When they nearly reach to the final destination, suddenly Mao split his legs and fall down from the poles, and Jen tries to grab him up by turning around about few times before standing still again, which created the outstanding and very unique dancing style ever in this dangerous case. But he doesn't jump to the end destination point. Instead, he looks up to the highest pole away from where he stands and wants to jump to that highest point because he believes that if he can make it possible, his team can break the record since no one used to jump on it before. Then he takes his family photo to take a look and asks Mel whether he agreed to help him to reach to the highest pole that no one else can do it or not, and he said agree. Then the wind blows so hard that made the pole's screws splitting out, and the chubby one tried to stand that highest pole in the water. Because the chubby one is standing the pole, no one played the drum for them to dance. Suddenly, Miss Jen plays the drum for them to dance. Next, the other teams start to play their drums all together, surround them to inspire them more. Jen is so satisfied and almost tears down because of their motivation for his team. Then he danced and jumped up so high, while his friend also pushing him up so hard from the downside. Then Jen fly up to that highest point, and he imagined himself as a real lion is jumping up there. Suddenly, he falls down, and everyone is so panicked to see him falls. But looking at the lion's head, it is on that highest pole. So it's mean Jen can do it successfully since the lion's head of him is already there. The mission achieved successfully, and everyone is applauding for their winning louder than ever. The screaming of successful competition of Jen awake his fathers to be conscious at the end of the story. So this movie is very inspiring with meanings through the lens of the poor, passionate lions dancer boy called Jen. Wish you all have a good luck and love this movie recap. Bye and see you later.